Buildings that inspire music. That's what Musicity is all about. 7 Singaporean music artists have been tasked to use 7 buildings as muses for original compositions. The program, founded by BBC Radio 3 DJ Nick Luscombe, was first launched in London and subsequently in Tokyo in March, has been brought to Singapore by the British Council. It took 6 months of productions and collaborations before the official launch that took place at Gardens by the Bay last week. For the whole month of October, the public can access any of the 7 music tracks via this mobile site through their smartphones, provided they visit the respective venue. Then you can download the track, but only after the first visit. The musicians and locations are John Hopkins and Jason Tan at the Art Science Museum, Mara Carlyle and Sonic Brad, Gardens by the Bay, Flo at the School of Arts, I Am David Sparkle at the Asian Civilization Museum, Muon at the Esplanade, The Analog Girl, Hong San Si Temple, and Cosa Nostra at the Singapore Art Museum.
You always make some common sense.
British singer Mara Carlyle got the launch showcase started, followed by electronic outfit October and turntablist Flo. But we found it ripe to catch up with May Wong, also known as The Analog Girl, who was one of the first musical artists on Resi TV back in 2008. The same year, Time magazine named her one of Asia's best bands. Why did you actually sign up with a project like this? Because, I mean, someone as busy as you can sign up with any other project. Why this one?
I love architecture. I'm an architecture geek.
Really?
So, yes, for sure. Like, from young, I used to draw blueprints on my own. It's like a hobby. So, besides recording music, I do, like, blueprints.
Even now?
Now, not so much.
Okay.
Like, when I was 10 years old, I just started doing it on my own. So it's like a great marriage for me. So I chose the Hong San Si Temple, which is like the temple of Phoenix Hill,
Yep.
which is at Institution Hill. So the reason why I chose it is because I've always been, I just very mesmerized by myths and legends and rituals. So I wanted to incorporate all that into a song. And not only that, I thought the layout of the temple was really, really cool. Like when you enter through one door and you come out from the other door and you can go back in through the door again. So it's like a loop.
Did it like influence the song itself? Like, did your song sort of loop in and of itself?
Yeah, my song is kind of loop-based as well, but for this song I did a really special collaboration with the Singapore Chinese Orchestra. So you can see like a marriage of two completely different styles.
Okay, so 4 years ago, you were actually one of the first few music performance artists to come on the show on Resi TV. And since then, recently you're going to launch Tonight You Love, right? It's like a vinyl, right? Your first vinyl LP, right? So maybe you can tell me about your changing sound over the past 4 years and what you're doing now.
But basically, I think my sound has become a little bit more mature, and it used to be very rebellious and lots of glitch and stuff like that. Right now it's more refined and more controlled, and I think it is an album that you can just put on and you would just be sucked into the atmosphere of it all. And this is my first vinyl LP that I'm releasing, and I'm releasing it at my Esplanade gig, which is late night on November 8th.
Since forming in 2001, post-rockers I Am David Sparkle have toured the region as well as Japan and the US. Among the more electric-sounding artists on the Musicity project, the quartet may seem an awkward addition, but one listen to the band's emotionally charged soundscaping and you'll know exactly why they were handpicked for Musicity. Usually when you guys write music, you always have obviously try to tell a story with the soundscaping of your music. Was it difficult this time around when it's a tangible object like a building?
Not necessarily, because I guess I think it's safe to say everyone is very sensitive to their surroundings and all. So basically, just a specific object is not that hard. To a certain extent, it might be easier because at least we know what to focus on. So like the ACM, I think is a good place because I guess as we grow older, we tend to reminisce older stuff, and we tend to appreciate stuff because like the ACM it brings you to a place where life was much simpler and just makes you wonder how it is now, and then it's just like a nice comparison. Okay,
so you guys have played South by Southwest among other really notable gigs. What was the most memorable gig? And you can't say any gig in Singapore.
Well, there was one in Boston. We played at the Basement Show.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
How awesome is awesome?
There are some details which I don't think that it's nice to say in public. There's one, we played a very nice show in Osaka with this band called Nelt.
What is next for I'm Dave Sparkle in 2013 or maybe 2014?
Hopefully we get to play our songs better. Or we can start by trying to remembering our songs, because there's a very heavy pattern of forgetting songs nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, even though we bought a recorder, so we don't know how to use it properly. We'll go heavier, but as always, there's always some soft tracks here and there for the ladies.
Of course.
Always.
Yeah.
It's all about the girls, bro.
I like these guys on the right path. Thank you so much for joining me on the show, guys.
Thank you for the time.
Up next, we visit two Musicity locations with their artists, Kay from Cosa Nostra and DJ Coldflow, to talk to them about all things music and, of course, how they were inspired by architecture.